What is going on to all my Atlanta fans out there, and welcome back to my channel, Movie Files. Elliot here tonight to talk about the return of what I consider to be one of the best shows on TV, and that is Atlanta Season 3, Episodes 1 and 2, which premiered tonight. We're spoiling it all. We're breaking it all down, so if you haven't seen the episodes, no worries. Go check them out and come back and join the conversation. But if you've seen those two episodes, y'all ready to talk about it? I'm so excited to be here with you all in this spoiler review. But before we dive into it, make sure you're checking me out on all my other social media accounts. If you're new to the channel, we got a lot of cool stuff over here. If you love early movie reviews, TV breakdowns, and live streams, well, come and join the community by subscribing and hitting that notification bell. As you all can see on the screen now, if you enjoyed the review, well, give it a thumbs up. I'm going to put that challenge out there. Let's get this review to up to 200 plus likes. And also do me a favor, share the review to anyone and everyone you know that loves this show just as much as we do. And y'all see those things, the comment section down there? Go ahead and light it up with all your thoughts of Atlanta. I want to know your favorite character, favorite episode, favorite season. Of course, your thoughts on tonight's episode, because we got a lot to discuss. And I hope you all have some thoughts of what you want to see in this season as a whole. Let's talk about it in the comments. So, hey, I'm happy. This is my favorite, one of my favorite shows on TV. I can't believe this coming May, it would have been 4 years since we got Atlanta. And listen, I understand they had to get that bread. They had to get that paper. Donald Glover doing his thing in Star Wars and Lion King. We got Lakeith Stanfield doing his thing in movies and shows. We got Zazie Beetz as Domino in Deadpool. And, of course, Brian Tyree Henry. He's in Joker. He's in Eternals. And he's doing his thing. So I get it. They're busy. They're doing their damn thing. But, damn. 4 years? But hey, that's in the past. We're in the present. And we got the return of Atlanta in the first two episodes. I'm going to say it right now. It's like they never left. It's like they never left. This first episode, number one, oh my goodness. In episode 2, I can't wait to see what the rest of the season has up its sleeve. But again, we're breaking it all down. Full spoilers ahead. Let's get into it. Starting off with episode 1, which was titled 3 Slaps. And I'm going to say it right now. My personal favorite episode of this entire series, and I actually revisited seasons 1 and 2 like the last couple weekends. Teddy Perkins, that episode is incredible. Not only is it beautifully performed by Lakeith Stanfield and my man Donald Glover as Teddy, but it's also extremely terrifying and creepy as hell and just one of the scariest episodes of TV I've ever seen. 3 Slaps is up there for me. It is one of the most well-written episodes. The acting by the little kid and those terrible mothers and the kids and all this stuff was great. But man, you talk about a nightmare situation, that was tonight's first episode. And it's just so much going on in this episode. But y'all ready to get into it? Let's start off with breaking it down, recapping, and talking as we go along. We open the episode, leave it to Atlanta for a second there. And you all might not know what I'm talking about. I want to say the name of this video. This was like 7, 8 years ago. It Goes Down, I think is the name of the video, where it's two, I assume you never see Robert. Robert, I assume, is a white guy. And it's a black guy, and they're fishing on the boat. And the black man's like, Robert, this is at the end. This is like, no, there's a river walking down the right, and he's like, no, it goes down. I thought that they were gonna recreate that scene, which just, I'm on a tangent right now. I'm really interested to see if this show is going to like flash forward to all the events that we're going through as a society now, or if they're going to play into the narrative of 6 months or 2 months removed from that last episode of season 2, which we all know, Paperboy, Al, and everything that happened at the airport, and they're going on this European tour. So I wonder, like, if they're going to play in that time of 2018, 2019, or if they're going to like fast forward to 2021, which the show was shot. But neither here nor there. It wasn't recreating that scene. It might have been a little bit of that in that scene, but the thing that took place in this first scene is we got this white man telling this black dude about all the stuff that went down in the waters that they're kind of fishing in right now, the shit waters as he calls it, with this town being buried by water, and how white people are cursed and they're pretty much the same, this, that, and the other. He's like a ghost face, and we got the black man being grabbed by the people of the town. What a creepy way to open up the episode. And again, the horror elements, if Donald Glover ever decided to do a horror movie in a vein of like a Jordan Peele collaboration, I'm here for it, because that man and also his collaborating partner that directs a lot of these episodes, they know how to get scares. They do a fantastic job on it. In this episode, that was just the tip of the iceberg as we meet our main character in this episode, Aquarius. And shout out to Aquarius is out there. I'm an Aquarius kid. Just had my birthday a couple months ago. What's going on, some of my Aquarius folks? But I never met an Aquarius, a kid named Aquarius. And apparently a lot of people couldn't say his name. But neither here nor there. He's, he just learned from his teacher that this new initiative, Atlanta Change Program, is going to be having a school go to a vacation. And again, going back to my thoughts on like, what are we going to address in this show as far as like TikTok being bigger than what it was when it last on TV, movie references, music references. They reference Black Panther too. So, I don't know if we're in 2018, 2019 no more. I think we're 2021, 2022, but neither here nor there. My boy Aquarius is on the table dancing, find out that they're going to see Black Panther 2, and this is where we cut to. Unfortunately, he gets brought down to the principal's office and is staying out of her damn business. The guidance counselor comes in, calls her mom, which mama wasn't having it, and they got the granddaddy there, and she is just mad at him, talking about and speaking some truth. These white people don't care about you, and as soon as you make a mistake, they gonna kill you. And little Aquarius learned about what not listening to mama could do, as before we cut to the next scene, we see she makes him recreate the dances, which again is like those dances from like 3-4 years ago, doing the nay-nay and all that stuff. But the grandpa giving him the whap, 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 3 slaps, as we know is the title of this episode. I'm just like, man, what are we getting into? And I wasn't expecting to not get any of our main cast in this first episode, unless if you count the last 2 minutes with Earn being at the last, Donald Glover being at the end of it. But this was Aquarius's episode, and he learned to listen to mama in this episode, as we cut to them having the child protective services coming over, and the mama's like, you know what, and the granddad's like, y'all better get him before I kill him. And they just like, you want him, go ahead and go ahead and learn your lesson, son, and come back when you're hungry, when you want to wash your ass with a washcloth. We go to the next scene, and we see him get adopted by a white family, which is, of course, and that's a whole conversation in itself. Of course, there's people out there that do have good intentions, that want to, adopt all kids of all types of races, right? But you do have an occasional now and then a white family just want to adopt a black kid just for they can say, hey, we did it. We're here for the power. We're here for the struggle. We can take care of these black kids. And we definitely got that with, I want to say, Amber and Kel, was that their name? And by the way, for all my Lovecraft Country fans, I think her name is Kel, if I'm not mistaken. She was in Lovecraft, so it makes me wonder, this actress, she loves doing these type of roles. But no, I'm just joking. I'm sure she's a working actress. She's done other roles, but it is very curious that her last 2 things I've seen her in have been some very disgusting characters, to say the least. But speaking of disgusting, our boy Aquarius, who's now has been renamed and rebranded as Larry, this is an easier name to say around the household, as he's getting acquainted with his other black brothers and sisters in this house, which as soon as he walks in, what is that smell? As we learn that they're in there making their own doo-doo shampoo or whatever she called it, and all the different, natural grown stuff that they making. It's just like, damn, I feel bad for Larry. And then especially when he finds out, you got me a towel with my name on it, Larry. Okay, appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and wash up. You guys got any washcloths? Nah, you go ahead and use your hand. And I ain't going to say who, but I know a couple people that live like that too, and I ain't for it. That's why whenever I go to a friend's house and I know I might be staying the night, I bring my own stuff. I hope you all do the same, because there's some people out there that in the ass, I can't do it. I can't do it. But that's just the tip of the iceberg for Mr. Larry, because there's a lot more disgusting things coming his way. Fried chicken made in the microwave with a side of avocado. I feel bad for him. Chicken cooking in the microwave, people. And again, I ain't gonna say who, but I know some people that might do something like that, and that's why we don't eat over there. We'll just say that. But man, chicken out of the microwave, I feel bad for my little man Larry. But we go from that to transition to him, and again, this show's funny, and this show has some good laughs and has some stuff that we can all have a smile about. But the subtext of what's going on here and the seriousness of this really happens, unfortunately, right? We see Amber and Kale got the kids out in the yard working, or I should say in the backyard and in the fields, if you want to say that. And they're, go ahead. Can I play some music? Can I get some? Just go ahead and sing a slave song, Amber says to him, which is just like, really? And again, it's funny, right? But this is some stuff that really happens out there, unfortunately, in the world. And I'm just like, this is just the beginning. They treating them like slaves in their own way, right? And again, it doesn't get any better as we see them go to the farmer's market and the kids are holding the sign. And I got to say, when the white dude walked up to Larry, a.k.a. Aquarius, and like, free hugs. Oh, is that your dad? The writing in this show is always never fails to disappoint when it comes to just clever, hilarious, very sad. That's bogus of him, racially profiling. Oh, is that free your dad? Is your dad in jail? And his name is Hugs? Really, guy? Anyway, we cut to, Darius, or I should say Darius, which the little kid did remind me of Darius a little bit. And I thought it was like a Darius, flashback episode, but it wouldn't have made sense if that was Darius, because obviously he wouldn't be around when Black Panther 2 was around. But neither here nor there. We see Aquarius, or Larry, walk up to a police, and that's where we get again more of that, microaggressions from the two moms talking about, oh, we teach our kids the police are their friends. Okay, all right, Amber and Kale there. But we go back to, and I thought that this was the end of the tour, end of the torture and the horror going on, but nope. We get a black caseworker comes on to check on the kids, and they see the little girl with the berries on her foot and finds out they don't really have anything to wash their hands with. They're not eating good. And we got Kale saying, hey, can I talk to you in the back? And I'm like, wow, that was pretty easy. She was able to get that woman out the house pretty easy and fast, as we pretty much can imagine. She killed that woman. She killed her to get what they were going to do a little bit later. So at this point, we see Larry's like, I don't know how the hell I'm going to get out of the situation. They want to go to a trip to the Grand Canyon, and they take the kids on the trip. They got the little dog, and we see Amber and Kale talking amongst themselves about, this is what we do. We're helping the world. We're helping these kids just get thrown into the system, and we're going to help them out by killing them in that same lake that we saw at the beginning of the episode. We see them driving to the lake. They're about to kill them all, and we find out that Larry is smart enough, and he also got his other, brothers and sisters out of the cab or out of the van, and they kill themselves. And we see at this point Aquarius no longer goes by the name of Larry, makes his way back home. Mama, I'm back. You got some spaghetti? Which I know a mom that always has spaghetti in the house, and it's some good spaghetti. I will say that. But he's at home now, and we end the episode with him hearing someone alluding to maybe the mom's coming back. But we cut to Ern, our only main character in this episode, as he's waking up with a woman next to him, and we end on that note. But again, 3 slaps, man. Again, addressing, funny moments, no doubt. Some very interesting commentary about, again, this is a very true subject matter. Again, I know there are some good-hearted people out there of all different ethnicities that adopt, the opposite ethnicity of them, and they want to be a parent. They want to treat them like a true human being. But the true nature of the situation in a lot of cases, it's a trophy. They want to do good. They want to have the token black kid, like, oh, I'm a good human being. I adopted a black kid. I'm referring to, white people in this situation. And sometimes it can get dark and sinister out there. Like, this is all fun and games, but there's some sick, disgusting people out there that would do this exact thing. So leave it to Atlanta to shine a light on that. But speaking of shining light, we're back talking episode 2, and this is where we get our whole cast back. And listen, one of my bucket list things is to travel to Europe. And in particular, I want to go to Amsterdam. That has been on my list for a while, but I don't think I'm going to be going to Amsterdam anytime soon, especially during the time when they're celebrating Sinterklaas, which was the title of episode 2, which was Sinterklaas is coming to town. And again, it's all fun and games, right? Blackface. Oh, it's hilarious. This shit really happens. This is my first time learning about this. And again, this episode just touches on traditions and different cultures. And it's like, is it racist or is it just part of their culture? This is a real thing that takes place in the Netherlands. And a lot of Dutch people celebrate this. This is essentially their Christmas, their St. Nicholas story. And Black Pete is what they call him. And as the guy says to our characters in this episode, the kids are following Santa Claus, or their version of Santa Claus, down the chimney, hence the black face. Yeah, okay, sure, but really, the blackface? So yeah, it was funny, but it's real. It's real. And like I said, I want to go to Amsterdam, but not during this time of the year. As we cut to it, I'm going to kind of break down the pairings of this episode. It was mostly Ern and Al, and we got Van and my boy Darius, who's personally my favorite character of this show. But let's get into this the second episode here. We see Ern, of course, is running behind, picking up Vanessa from the airport. But again, it just felt so good to see Ern, to see Paperboy, to see my boy Darius and Van, who they're going to be outside of Atlanta for this whole season, which I will be very curious to know if they will be like going to Atlanta at all. Not our characters, because obviously they're overseas, but like, are we going to visit Lottie and her, with her grandparents. Are we going to visit homeboy that was out of jail, that was trying to get into, Al's house last year? I wonder if we're going to go back and forth from the U.S. to, over in Amsterdam. Very curious to know, but this episode is all Amsterdam, and it's a celebration, a tradition going on in this episode as we quickly learn that Van has a new boyfriend, which again, are we going to meet him? Is he going to be coming over to visit her? As Lottie is now with her parents, and I'm thinking to myself, but Van, why are you here? Last time we spoke to you, you and Ern broke things off, but why are you in Amsterdam? Well, she says that she was trying to get a job and she figured she'll just head over here. She didn't get the job and she's heading over here, and she's also dealing with some type of panic attack. So she thought this would be the perfect time to discover who she is, because that was something that they, tackled in season 2, and I loved her solo episode, especially the one when she's trying to get the picture with Drake and just touching on like clout, how men and women chase clout social media wise, and it's just like living that fake life, right? But I'm really excited to learn more about Van this season and her discovering who she is and her independency. And if we do get a boyfriend again, I wonder who that person is. Is it the person she was talking to in her German tradition episode with the guy that was pouring her and Ern beer? I wonder who that individual is. But neither here nor there. We are here with these characters, and it is great to see more of not only Van, but my boy Darius, and them sharing more screen time together. They had a couple interactions in season 1 and 2, but this was the longest they've been able to share time with each other. And any time with Darius to me is always a great time, because that character is something else. As we see Van putting on a jacket from, like, I guess I assume it was like a thrift store over there. She finds a little letter with an address and leaves it to Darius. That's destiny. Let's go ahead and go on this journey to figure out what's on the other side. And we will be touching on that other side here as Van pretends to be this person that goes to the dress. They get into the van. They unfortunately go to this very interesting, again, I don't know if this is another tradition over in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam, but this seems to be a goodbye, right? And Van's talking to what I assume to be his partner in life or a very close friend to him. And it's... leave it to Darius to say, that's Tupac. That's Tupac. He's over. That's Tupac that we're looking at. And I don't know if the show was trying to say, yeah, that was Tupac, but neither here nor there. I like the interaction between Van and the lady that she was talking to in regards to, you're here. Maybe you're meant to be here. That's something I really kind of value. And then the older I've gotten, that's something I kind of take in. It's just like, I'm exactly where I need to be, whether it's good or bad or anything in between. I'm here, and I just got to figure out, what's going on with me and my life and people surrounding me. So I'm loving that we're going to explore Van in this season, because she has been a character that has, again, she's had her moments in the seasons, but I'm really excited because I love Zazie Beetz. I think she's a phenomenal actress. I'm really excited to learn more about Van in this season. And again, I like that interaction she had with that individual. But again, I knew it was going to be just like a quiet, send off to their friend. Yeah, not Atlanta. And again, I don't know if this is a tradition or not when people want to go. Because again, I've seen different movies and shows about how different cultures, address death and how they handle death. And this is a very interesting way. As the young lady, Van says, I'm sorry, or she says something to him. I can't remember the exact words she says to him, but the partner clicks a button and this like veil comes over him and suffocates him in front of all his loved ones. And that is their way of saying bye to Tupac. So again, leave it to Atlanta to show us something really crazy. But again, for all my Dutch people out there, is that, again, I might be sounding so ignorant saying this, is that a tradition over there? Because I don't know. That if it is, I don't want to go out that way. I'll just say that. But let's check in with Paperboy, who is in the best jail situation I've ever seen in my entire life. Again, to my people in Amsterdam, is that how y'all living out there in jail? I never want to go to jail, but if I were to get caught up in some mess, I want to be in Amsterdam doing so based on everything that we saw with Paperboy there. And I love that Al is, he's living this, high life. He's made it this far. He's a popular rapper now. And shout out to Ern, who's finally doing his damn job as a manager. But we see them and they walk out of jail. He's giving them the money. He's happy. He's about to perform tonight. But then he sees this tradition and he sees a little kid with a blackface. And again, this is where we're introduced to, this is the tradition. He went down the chimney to chase Santa and now he got blackface. Very interesting to say the least, as they see more and more people as they wait their way to the hotel wearing a blackface. And you could tell the tension. You could tell that there are definitely people that are like, why are these black folks in this nice hotel? You can get that. And I think that this season will definitely kind of tackle race outside of America, right? Racism outside of the country and what that looks like. Not everyone's terrible, right? But it is just like sometimes you don't see black folks. Sometimes you don't see white folks in certain areas of the world. So I'm really excited to see this season kind of tackle that aspect as we make it back to the hotel and we see maybe the reason why Al was in jail, because we see these two women butting heads. Again, a little bit tension with the one girl saying something to the one black girl, and they, throw some stuff out the window. So I assume that's why Al went to jail, and it explains that to us. But we see Earn has a laptop. They're about to perform. They made their way out to the stage, and again, it's that time of the year where everyone's celebrating this particular tradition, and everyone in the crowd more or less was wearing blackface, and that's where I was like, yep, deuces, I'm not performing tonight. Earn, again, stepping up as a manager, telling the promoter, he's sick, we're not going to do it. And the guy's like, I'm going to destroy you, as Earn runs away because the guy's chasing him. And the guy, they say all black folks look alike, I guess, as the guy thinks that one of his own people is wearing blackface, and he thinks it's Earn, and Earn gets away from an ass whooping as we end with the episode of Earn getting blown up 4 o'clock in the morning. He runs into, Van, and she's like, yeah, I got ice at 4 in the morning. And again, I'm very intrigued to see their dynamic this season and what comes of their relationship and them co-parenting or maybe getting back together. Again, she has a man, but we'll see about that. But again, we end the episode with our boy, Paperboy Al, texting Earn like, I'm hungry, give me some food. And again, Earn's making that money. He's earning that money, no less, as this manager, as Paperboy. So I personally, episode 1 was just a little bit more stronger in the storytelling, and again, just the engagement and just not knowing what the hell I was watching and being terrified at the same time. And episode 2 was great in its own right? The writing's great, the direction's great, and again, seeing how they're going to tackle all the different social commentary, all the different innuendos of racism and microaggressions. And again, I'm very curious to see what type of topics this season will tackle. Will it be 2018, 2019 topics? Will it be more current, up-to-date topics? Do we really care? Do we just want to see great TV and seeing how they handle all different types of walks of life, relationships, again, social commentary with racism, family drama, Paperboy dealing with social media and classism, all the different stuff this show does. I'm here for it, and I'm so excited the season is back. And I hope to review these for you all if you enjoyed this breakdown. And hell, we might even do a live stream tonight. I don't know. Keep an eye out for that. We might have a live discussion. I might bring in some, live calls if you guys want to talk about it. I don't know. I'm just in a good mood because I love this show so much, and I hope you all love it just as much as we do, or I do, I should say. There you have it. My thoughts on the first 2 episodes of Atlanta. Make sure, if you haven't already, if you stuck around to this point in the video, I appreciate you. If you haven't already, make sure to like the video, share the video, comment below, and of course, subscribe to the channel. Hope you all are staying safe. Again, we might be live tonight. Keep an eye out for that. Hit that notification bell, as you can see on the screen now. Subscribe to the channel, join the community, check out my other content. We'll catch you in the next video.